Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump, lit,
What's up,
any,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey,
Kyrie was
Rashad.
speaking about himself as a younger player. I just wanted to watch this. Oh, he said to start my career, I love Cleveland. Shouts out to Cleveland, bro. They showed us some love in the land, huh? All right, let's get into it.
My career with I love Cleveland, don't get me wrong. I'm appreciative of all the things that they've done for me, but at the same time, I would have loved to choose the franchise I wanted to go to. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I would have loved to develop.
Yo, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kyrie might be the breakout streamer of the summer, dog. Shout out to Kyrie Irving, dog. He really be like when he streams, he holds nothing back. He tells it like it is. I rock with Kyrie, but that's also why he be getting in so much trouble all the dang time, because he tell it like it is. He don't care. I rock with Kyrie, bro. Shout out to Kyrie Irving, man.
Next to some of my favorite players and some of my favorite people. You know, because being a young player, when you're on a team that's not winning a lot of games, there's a lot of bad habits that form, and that's what ended up happening to me when I was very young. I had a lot of
and that's how you develop culture and balance around the league. You know, the bad teams have to draft the good players to give the bad teams a good chance.
Bad habits. I was
Memphis. Like I always look at it like this for this generation. Dang, Luka. I'll say Luka too. Luka is Dallas, and that's crazy. He's gone. Ja is Memphis. Trey is Atlanta. LaMelo's Charlotte. Zion's New Orleans. Like those players are just kind of like glued to them. That's who they are. They represent the city. They run those cities and stuff like that. And without, you know what I'm saying, those teams being bad enough to be high enough to pick those guys, those aforementioned guys, then there will be no superstars over in any of those markets. Those markets I just named. Maybe Luka in Dallas, but the other four, no.
Not a winner. I was not a loser, you know, at all. Like I take my accountability. I had a lot of bad habits as a young player, and that came from losing games and just trying to get buckets all the time. Right. I know it may have been beautiful for everybody to watch and getting all the highlights and getting all the accolades, but all I really wanted to do was win. I've won a high school championship. You know what I mean? My goal was to win a college championship, and I've won an NBA championship. You know, for me, I've grown up in this industry or grown up in this culture as a winner. I've won a lot of games. I've lost a lot of games. You know what I mean? I've been to the finals. I've won in the finals. I've lost in the finals multiple times. So for me, I'm happy with being able to get a chance to play with good teams. But when you guys make it about one player, it is kind of just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just one player that you have to promote. Like we had like solid players on our team. You know, and I probably took that from
You talking about the early Cleveland days? Who are you talking about? Anderson Varejao? Deion Waiters?
for granted more often. Like when we were really good, I was like, damn, we're actually pretty good. We got a lot of veterans. We got a lot of people that commit to it. But when you're playing with somebody like Bron or somebody that you guys like to compare him to, it's a different animal. It's a different journey. You know what I'm saying? Like you're automatically expected to be at the top of the charts, the top of the league. You know, every time you play with Bron, it's going to be a lot of media attention. It's going to be a lot of back and forth of narratives. It's going to be about a lot of spun narratives. It's going to be a lot of politics. It's going to be a lot of shit that a lot of people don't see in front of the camera. And for me, I was just a young person trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's not that I dislike playing with Bron at any time. It was just literally, it was my time to move on. And that's what people got to accept. They want a deeper, detailed dive in terms of what happened. It's like, it was my time to move on. I don't care if I'm remembered as that person. Like, that was my decision. I wouldn't change it for what. You know?
That's real, bro.
That's fine. I don't care. You guys can have your own opinions. It's my life. It's my career.
Ooh.
No one could ever live in the shoes. No one could ever have anything that's like legitimate to say or what they would have done in my position. Because you have no idea what you would have done.
Ooh.
You have no idea what you would have been done if you were in my position. You don't know what the fuck happened. So many media people that were commenting on shit, so you have no idea what's happening. And here you are just adding details to something that has nothing to do with it. Everybody was trying to guess. Everybody was trying to figure out what's going on. What's going on? Why? When I'm done playing, you guys will hear the real story. Trust me, you guys will hear the real story. When I'm done playing, or in the next few years.
In the zone and knocks it down. And you know what made that play unbelievable degree of difficulty right here? He has to like double clutch it as
Kyrie not holding back at all, bro. Like I said, he might be, yeah. He's breakout streamer of the summer, dude. Oh my goodness. I didn't even expect to be that speechless at the end of it, but he was saying a lot of media narratives respond and stuff like that. How I always feel about the situation is like I always have beef when people are like, y'all don't know the real story. You know, I've already gone on a rant before. I'm like, why don't you just tell the full story? If you're tired of people telling the wrong narrative and stuff like that, why don't you just say what actually happened? I always think about that. But then again, I've been in those shoes too, where people like, you know what I'm saying, ran off with some narrative about me. And I'm like, that's not true. That's not how it went down. And then, you know, it's like, well, why don't you tell them publicly what happened? And it's like, I don't want people in my business. But then when you don't tell people stuff, then people going to be in your business anyway with the wrong information, which is more annoying. So tell people what's going on, bro. When they want to know something, just tell them, bro. Just be transparent. Transparency, it adds a lot of more friends. Like, excuse me. I bet in just like streaming in this past month, Kyrie has built even a stronger and more loyal fan base. Even being Kyrie Irving, he's opened himself up to have a whole new horde of fans because he's being honest about all the behind the scenes with the NBA. Jeff Teague, a great example. Jeff Teague, someone that didn't speak much when he was actually playing. Now he does a podcast where he's saying all the things, he's saying all the conspiracy theories and all the things he believes about the league and how it works and how they market players and stuff like that. And he's more popular than ever now. Joe Budden, same thing. You know, you can go down the line. So I know Joe Budden's not sports, but people appreciate transparency. So I feel like people should be a little more transparent. And, you know, PR training, media training is necessary at some points, you know, for the sake of professionalism and things of that sort. What is professionalism? I know I always talk about that. To me, honestly, it's just like lack of cussing. Like, don't be cussing every other word when you know kids are watching this. You know, be appropriate. It is a product that is families and everything like that oriented. So keep that in mind. I think if anything, that's like the media training, to be honest. But all this stuff of like, don't say this, don't say that, don't say that. It creates this where, you know, you don't hear players talk Kwame Brown for 20 years and then they just unleash everything after. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, bro. My message from this is be more transparent because people will appreciate you more. And you can squash a lot of those media narratives and stuff like that expeditiously if you just let people know what's going on. Yeah, that's my take. That's my rant on it. Next thing next. David Justice on what led to the Halle Berry divorce. So with this, David Justice.
Rashad, why you
anyway.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.